It's 4:20 somewhere, and right now that somewhere is here. Hey there, I'm Janae Burris.
I'm Jake Browne, and this is the Cannabist Show, where we talk all things weed. First, big up to producer Vince. I mean, a regular Banksy with this new digs here.
Yeah.
Look at this. Janae and I just sitting here like we're a couple of real news anchors.
Real professionals. We're moving on up, y'all. I feel just like the Jeffersons. You're Thomas and I'm Sally.
Well, Thomas Jefferson had one of my favorite quotes. I've spent a lot of my finest hours on the back veranda, you know, smoking a little hemp, looking at stuff. So we may have a little different setup here. You know, it doesn't change. The Week in Weed. Kicking things off in Florida, a medical marijuana dispensary has been banned from selling a product that might be smoked because, of course, only vaping is allowed by Florida state law. The company True Leave has been selling a quote-unquote vape cup that was easily opened, potentially allowing people to smoke the weed inside.
In NASCAR this week, your weed ain't welcome here, boy. Carl Long was in violation of NASCAR rules governing sponsorship and paint schemes when he showed up for tech inspection with the logo for Colorado-based vape cartridge maker Veedworks prominently displayed on his car. Perfect. Apparently, mocking the Swedish language is frowned upon in NASCAR.
Well, NASCAR is a gentleman's sport. Gentlemen prefer to have their cars wrapped in Jack Daniels and Viagra logos.
Speaking of booze, Philadelphia. Their mayor, Jim Kenney, wants to make local liquor stores a one-stop shop for all of your carnal desires, which includes marijuana and hopefully cheesesteak. He adds that selling recreational marijuana at state-controlled liquor stores would allow the state to, quote, capture all the income that is going to the underground. You know, before your wife and kids can get their grubby little hands on it.
And I would love to extend an open invitation to join us on the Cannabist Show, Mayor Kenney, or as I refer to you, the most interesting mayor in the world. One government official I doubt will be showing up on set anytime soon, Attorney General Jeff Sessions, who this week issued a memo encouraging the harshest sentence available for those charged with drug and other crimes. Wish I had a joke for this one. It's just downright frightening.
How about a moment of silence instead? Perfect. Now to Iowa, where the state is having trouble with its weed supply and looking to borrow a bit of medicine from their neighbor, Minnesota. You know, just a bowl full, maybe. Either that or they're going to have to dig up Backpack Guy's phone number again.
Now, as it currently stands, sick Iowans would have to wait 18 months while the state works to set up its own medical marijuana program. Minnesota could offer immediate relief to its neighbors. Come on, Minnesota, do Iowa a solid. You may need something from Iowa one day, like corn or one of those bridges from Madison County.
Or more white people.
I'm pretty sure all those bridges come with white people. Iowans would have to drive a minimum of 3 hours across state lines into Rochester, Minnesota, to visit a dispensary, then carry it back across state lines into Iowa.
Okay, don't forget that good old marijuana is still considered a Schedule I drug by our federal government. So crossing state lines to purchase it sounds as suspicious as finding a box propped up by a stick with the words free ham stamped on the side. That Jeff Sessions is a wily coyote, y'all, and the children of first-time drug offenders are his arch nemesis.
And it's not the first time this administration has been called Looney Tunes.
See you in 10 to 20, Daddy.
For more on this story and everything in the Week in Weed, visit us online at thecannabist.co. Now, from a smaller, more serious desk, here's the Cannabist's business and policy writer, Alicia Wallace, with this week's Quick Hit.
2 Colorado members of Congress have introduced a bill to protect state marijuana laws from federal enforcement. Representative Diana DeGette, a Democrat, and Representative Mike Kaufman, a Republican, sponsored the Respect States and Citizens' Rights Act of 2017. The bill would add a provision into the Controlled Substances Act to clarify congressional intent and prevent federal preemption of state law. DeGette and Kaufman had unsuccessfully tried this route before, when introducing this bill shortly after Colorado legalized adult-use marijuana in 2012. The bill's resurrection comes at a time when these protections are, quote, more important than ever before, DeGette said, referencing heightened concerns about a potential crackdown by the Trump administration. Quote, this bill makes clear that we're not going back to the days of raids on legal dispensaries, of folks living in fear that they're not going to get the medical marijuana they need, or that they might get jailed for using it, she said in a statement. For The Cannabist, I'm Alicia Wallace with this week's Quick Hit.